This video was brought to you in part by the supporters of the AMTV Patreon. Thank you. Hello guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome to a very festive edition of the Now Review. That's right, it's that time of year again. We've reached Christmas, and as typical with Now over the last few years, we have a brand new Christmas-themed album to take a look at, but this time it's not just on CD, but on vinyl as well, a very special occasion indeed. So join me as we take a look through the CD and vinyl versions of Now That's What I Call Christmas. So as always, when we have these double release ones, we'll start with the CD, and then we'll make our way to the vinyl. So here's the CD, there's the front cover, our Christmassy art for this year. We've gone for a more daytimey scenario. The last few Christmas albums have been a bit more like darker, set at nighttime. We're in, well, sort of daylight, early evening. We've got snowmen flying around on snowboards. The Now logo's covered in snow. You've got Christmas stars there, a snow-covered Christmas tree. It's a really nice snowy landscape, not necessarily groundbreaking, but a very pleasant, a very cool image. Again, very Christmassy image, to say the least. And this is a very thin album. Look at that. Look at the spine on that. That is incredibly thin. Probably one of the thinnest releases we've had of a Now album, really. That's partly because this is only 3 discs. I know a lot in the past there's been a 4-disc one, there's even been a 5-disc one, but hey, there's only so many Christmas songs, and also, you can argue, so many quality Christmas songs you'd really want to listen to. So let's delve into this, and let's see what we've got. So CD1, we're kicking off with Wham! And Last Christmas, one of the best Christmas songs of all time, no doubt. Really glad that's here, because sometimes it isn't, so nice to see it kicks off the album. We've got Elton John with Step Into Christmas, really fun tune for sure. Slade with Merry Christmas, Everybody, gotta have that. Same with Wizard, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. There's just certain Christmas songs, isn't there, that you have to have every year. You've got Greg Lake with I Believe in Father Christmas, Paul McCartney in Wonderful Christmas Time, Boney M with Mary's Boy Child, Oh My Lord. So far, nothing like out of the ordinary, at least in my opinion. This is all fairly standard Christmas fare. You have Darlene, is that Darlene? Darlene Love with Christmas Baby, Please Come Home. Not too familiar with that one, I've got to be honest. Leona Lewis with One More Sleep, that came out in the 2010s. That sort of worked its way to become a Christmas classic, hasn't it? So good job, Leona. Kelly Clarkson with Underneath the Tree. The Ronettes with Sleigh Ride, really good song. You might not know it from the title, but trust me, you play it, you'll know it. Brenda Lee with Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Elvis Presley with Blue Christmas, Mud with Lonely This Christmas, which despite the title is actually a really great song in my view. Just looking at the last few of CD1, so you have Chris de Burgh with The Spaceman Came Travelling. Really cool song, actually. Really adore that one. Jethro Tull with Ring Out, Solstice Bells, I think that says. Mike Oldfield with In Dulce Jubilo, or something like that. Again, it's not one you might know the name of, but as soon as you hear it, you'll know it. Steeleye Span with Gaudete. Johnny Mathis with When a Child is Born, gotta get the classic carols in there. Nat King Cole with the Christmas song, Merry Christmas to You. Frank Sinatra with Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, one of many that he did in his day. And CD1 finishes with Bing Crosby and White Christmas, of course. A true classic which for many years, I believe, was the best-selling single of all time. So of course it's got to be on here. That's 22 tracks. Let's move on to CD2. Okay, so kicking things off with John Lennon, Yoko Ono and co. with Merry Christmas, War is Over. Again, one of those iconic Christmas songs you hear every year. Band-Aid, my favourite Christmas song with Do They Know It's Christmas? Excellent, excellent song. Never been topped despite all the various versions that have come out. You've got Bing Crosby and David Bowie with A Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy. Very odd combination, but very fun nonetheless. Frankie Goes to Hollywood with The Power of Love. Not strictly about Christmas, but it got to Christmas #1, so that's why it's here. The Pretenders with 2,000 Miles. The Waitresses with Christmas Rapping. Again, wonderful song, really positive. Shakin' Stevens with Merry Christmas Everyone. You've got Andy Williams with It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Perry Como and others with It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, Dean Martin with Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Darlene Love Again with Winter Wonderland, the Jackson 5, glad to see them here with Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the Ronettes with Frosty the Snowman, you have the Crystals with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Gene Autry with Here Comes Santa Claus, Bobby Helms with Jingle Bell Rock, Mel and Kim, that's right, the 80s duo, oh no, sorry, it's not the 80s duo, It's Kim Wilde and someone else, I think, with Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. You might have to do your digging on that one, but that's a niche hit, isn't it? You got Jonah Lewis with Stop the Cavalry, great tune. David Essex, A Winter's Tale. Donna Summer with Winter Melody. Stevie Wonder with Someday at Christmas. Roy Orbison with Pretty Paper. The Beach Boys with Little Saint Nick. Jason Donovan with When You Come Back to Me, and the Jive Bunny and the master mixers amazingly with Let's Party 2008. A lot of surprise appearances on the second half of disc 2 there. A lot of 80s stuff, a lot of niche stuff, like the Jive Bunny as well, even though that's 2008. So lots of interesting tracks there. I don't think we've seen a lot of those before on a Now Christmas album. 25 tracks there, which takes our total to 47. Let's go over to disc 3. So kicking things off is Fairy Tale in New York. Again, very iconic Christmas time song. Really glad that's kicking things off here. Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas. Got to, especially on Christmas Eve. E17 with Stay Another Day. Again, a song not necessarily about Christmas, but got to Christmas number 1. Gary Barlow with The Dream of Christmas. Don't think I've heard that one, actually. Coldplay with Christmas Lights. Really sweet Christmas song. You've got Ellie Goulding with River. I think that's fairly newish, right? Justin Bieber with his version of Mistletoe. Whitney Houston with Do You Hear What I Hear? You've got is that Etienne? Sorry, Bad Eyes, I say this all the time. With I Was Born on Christmas Day. You've got Kylie Minogue with her version of I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. Robbie Williams with Can't Stop Christmas. Bob Dylan with Must Be Santa. Eartha Kitt with Santa Baby, her rendition. Tony Bennett with Winter Wonderland. Doris Day with I'll Be Home for Christmas. So looking at the rest there, you've got Ray Conniff and the Ray Conniff Singers, with Ring Christmas Bells. Celine Dion with Oh Holy Night. Simon and Garfunkel with the 7 o'clock news / Silent Night. You've got Freiheit? Keeping the Dream Alive. Aled Jones with Walking in the Air from the animation The Snowman, of course. Paul McCartney and the Frog Chorus with We All Stand Together. Was that about Christmas? Or maybe that was a Christmas number 1. And finally, ABBA with Happy New Year. Yes, ABBA have a song here. That's 22 tracks there, so that takes our total to 69. Stop it. As we always do, let's open it up. Let's see what we've got on the inside here. So there you go, there's disc 1. Nice white disc with the red logo and some reflective spots. I'm assuming that's snow or something like that. Also available, Now Gold and Now Disco Classics Boogie Nights. Surprised they didn't advertise some other festive albums, but there you go. Both of those albums have received the Now Review treatment. You can check those out here on the channel. And remember, follow Now Music on all their socials. Got to get the social media representation in. Disc 2 and 3 are the same, identical pretty much. And again, only a 3-disc package, so it's in this really thin case. I don't mind this as such. A lot of people I've seen complain about this, like it's too thin, it gets creased easily. But hey, I'd rather help the planet, you know what I'm saying? So that is the CD version, 69 tracks there, 69 Christmas hits. Again, not the most we've ever had on a Christmas album, but a very comprehensive selection with a few niche bits and pieces. So I think now we should take a look at its big brother behind it, the vinyl version. So here it is, standing tall, the vinyl version. Now, fair to say, when they announced this, I think this surprised a lot of people, because they've only really done Now Christmas on vinyl way back in the 1980s, and I think it got a brief re-release, but any of the past Now Christmas albums, in the UK at least, haven't made their way to vinyl, so this is certainly a first. It's limited edition, I believe. I'm not sure how many copies, but probably just a few thousand. And as you can see on the front there, it's actually listing several of the artists that appear on this album. Most of it is the same track list as before, but what's been cut? Okay, so LP1, side A, you've got Last Christmas, Elton John, Slade, Wizard, Greg Lake, The Beach Boys. Interesting, that was on CD 2, wasn't it? Elvis Presley and Mud. Okay, so we're missing out a lot there then. That's 8 tracks on side A. You've got on side B, Band-Aid. Paul McCartney's here with his song, not the Frog Chorus one. Shakin' Stevens, Leona Lewis is here. Darlene Love with one of hers, the Jackson 5, Brenda Lee, Bobby Helms. I don't have my eyesight, man. But hey, that's 8 tracks there. So 16 on LP1. Interesting. So let's jump on up to LP2. You've got the you've got War Is Over, the John Lennon one. Bing Crosby and David Bowie, their collab. You've got Boney M, which was on CD 1, so they've jumped over there. Interesting. There's Johnny Mathis. Donna Summers on here, Whitney Houston, and Celine Dion, who was on disc 3. So that's 7 tracks there. So on LB2 side B, you've got Andy Williams, Perry Como, Dee Martin, Tony Bennett, Ray Conniff's on here, David Essex, Mike Oldfield, Jonah Lewis, and Paul McCartney, and the Frog Chorus. So it is on here. So that's 8 tracks there. So we've got 16 tracks on LP1, 15 tracks on LP2. So that's 31 so far. So fair to say, I don't think we're getting the full 69 tracks. Again, stop it. LP3, you've got the Pogues, which is nice to see. You've got the Pretenders on here, Chris Rea, the Waitresses, the Ronettes, Darlene Love. Oh, both their songs are on here. Okay, the Crystals and Eartha Kitt. So that's another 8 tracks there. And then on LP3 side B, you have Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, Ellie Goulding, Coldplay, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and ABBA once again close out this version of the album with Happy New Year. So that's 7, so that's another 15. So in total then, we have 46 tracks. So out of the 69 tracks you saw on the CD, you have 43 of them here. I mean, in terms of the track list, they have managed to keep many of the big ones, many of like the Christmas staples that you hear every year, which I am glad to see. Some I think they kept most of the ones I'd be happy to see on here personally, like all the big ones I listen to. I think they've cut out some of the ones I wouldn't necessarily listen to, like the Jive Bunny one. As cool as that was to see, it's not on here, and like the Mel and Kim one, stuff like that. Maybe some of you wanted that. But as things go, I'd say, 46 out of 69 tracks. That's not bad going. Alright then, so I'm round here, hello, on the other side, so sorry about the sound quality if it's dipped, because I'm going to show you some of the vinyls. Now, this is 3 LPs, as the tracklist suggested. Funnily enough, though, this is not a gatefold album. There's the spine, but it's all 3 LPs are crammed into there, which in my opinion, I think is a bit of a misfire. I think, because this crams them in, really, and it makes it very easy for the case to crease. And I know I joked about creasing on the CD, but for vinyl it's a bit more annoying because it kind of can spoil the artwork a little bit. But hey, that's how they've done it. It's not gatefold, they've crammed them all in. So let's take a look. So I'll just pull one out there. And the nice thing about these LPs, I've grabbed LP1, funnily enough, so that's good. This is a coloured LP, and it's white. Christmas white, look at that. Gorgeous white vinyl, all 3 discs are like this. And you can see it says, now that's what I call Christmas, the LP number and side. Again, there's not much variation, so I won't show you all 3, but this is in lovely white Christmassy themed vinyl. So yeah, if you like a different coloured vinyl and Christmas stuff, then this is an absolute must. So that, folks, in a nutshell, is now that's what I call Christmas for 2021. Nice that we have a CD and a vinyl version. But where can you get them if you're interested? Well, the CD, as normal, is available in all the usual places, probably some supermarkets. Christmas albums usually get put there as well. You can probably find them in places like HMV, Amazon, of course, or probably your local independent record retailer if you have one, and it runs to about £10. In fact, I think this one might have been even cheaper because it's only 3 discs, I'm not sure, but around £10 is what you should be paying if you're buying it new. For the vinyl version, it's a bit more expensive. I've seen prices at the minute range from, say, £25 to £30. I mean, it is 3 LPs, and, for a 3 LP set, that's not a bad price at all, but it might come down in price depending on if they sell out all their stock. Because with this being a Christmas album, I'd imagine they'd put it on sale soon after. So just keep in mind that the vinyl is limited to a few thousand copies, so if you want it, I'd snap it up. In terms of whether you should get it, if you've picked up previous Now Christmas albums in the past, with the CD one in particular, obviously it's going to be many of the same songs. There might be a few new ones like the Mel and Kim one, the Jive Bunny tracks, but there'll be a few new tracks that haven't been on a CD Now Christmas release before, but for the most part, as you'd expect, it's mostly the same of what's come before. So if you've bought a Now Christmas CD before and you're not bothered about the collector aspect, then I'd maybe hold off on this one because you'll have all the tracks that you need. However, if you like vinyl and you don't already own a Christmas album or a Now Christmas album on vinyl, then I'd absolutely recommend the white LPs here that we have. It's an absolutely gorgeous package. Love how the cover art's been adapted. I love the track selection. You're still getting pretty much 2/3 of what's on the CD, and those 2/3 are, in my opinion, the better tracks of the whole thing. So yeah, the vinyl I'd absolutely recommend if you want that Christmas themed thing. Say you get a record player, you want something to play to get everyone in the mood, then yeah, absolutely crack out Now That's What I Call Christmas on vinyl. But the CD, if you're not a collector and you've got a Now Christmas CD or any Christmas CD, I'd take a careful look at the track list and see if it's worth the time and money to get this new one. But that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, as always, please leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments, are you going to pick up Now That's What I Call Christmas? Are you just going to go for the CD? Are you going to go for the vinyl? Are you going to go for both? Or are you going to pass entirely? Let me know in those comments. Please subscribe to the channel as well. If you're brand new, we'd love to have you. And I've been Adam Martin from AMTV. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.